Hey, sweeties, have I got a good one for you today? We're talking about the Ninja Combi oven. If you watched the last video, then you know I went all over the stats, the measurements of the Ninja Combi oven and talked about its different functions and features. Well, you guys had a lot of questions. A lot of you wanted to know about the multi-level cooking, cooking in the combi pan, and then cooking in the in the baking tray at the same time. And we're also gonna bake. I'm gonna make an apple upside down cake in the Ninja Combi with the steam function. It's gonna steam kind of like an English like sticky toffee pudding, but not quite as sticky. It's so good and really very simple. 6 ingredients. I think you're going to love it. So let's get into this Ninja Combi oven. But first, we've got merch. That's right. Sweet Savant merch is now available. I will put the link in the description to the t-shirt. Have a delicious day. The t-shirt is available in a wide range of sizes and colors, men's and women's, and we've also got this tote bag and so much more. So let's get into this Ninja Combi oven. The first thing we're going to make is a roast chicken dish with green beans and with potatoes. We're using every level of the Ninja Combi oven. And usually it says you can steam something, put some water in that combi pan and then the tray on top. But I said, why not put something else besides just water? Let's put some green beans and some broth in there and get to cooking. We are using the sear sauté function as well as the combi cook function for this meal. Got our chicken thighs, and I cut some slits in the back and also on either side of the bone to help the seasoning get all up and through, and it also helps it cook faster. We're going to season both sides with some seasoned salt. And this seasoned salt blend is one I use all the time. I mix up a big batch and just keep it on the countertop in a mason jar. I'll put a link to that recipe in the description box. Add a little bit of soy sauce. This is less sodium soy sauce because we already have salt in that seasoned salt. I want this for little additional dark color and a little bit of that umami. And some salsa, because what do we have in there? Tomatoes, cilantro, some jalapeno. It's, just a flavor bomb. So we're going to add that in there and let it marinate for a couple of hours or overnight. There's even probably like a little vinegar in there. And this is a medium salsa. You can use a mild or a hotter salsa if you like. Rub that all in. And then we're going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator. The Ninja Combi comes with this combi pan that comes with a crisper tray, and it also comes with this baking pan. We'll start with the combi pan, remove the crisping tray, and we are going to use the sear sauté function. So we'll place that combi pan into level 1. We're going to start by sautéing some onions. So we are going to leave it in this air fry stovetop mode, and you change the mode by flipping this switch up here. So we're going to leave it to air fry stovetop because we want to use the sear sauté function, and you can turn it up. Its default is level 3. You can turn it up to 5 is the high, 1 is the low. Let's start at level 4 and press start. It'll tell you to open the door because you use that sear sauté function with the door open. We're going to let that warm up just a bit. We're going to sauté some onions. I'm going to put a little oil down inside of the combi pan and put our onions in. And make sure you use something that's like a wooden or a silicone spatula because you don't want to scratch the non-stick interior of the Combi pan and other pans that come with the Ninja Combi. Our onions are starting to sizzle. I'm going to pull them out. And you can see, or hear, can you hear it? We're just going to let those soften for a few minutes more. Now into the pan where we sauteed our onions are still in there. I added a pound of frozen green beans, haricots verts, so they're really thin green beans. I added about a tablespoon of butter, and I added a cup of chicken broth, and we're just going to stir that around. And normally if you're going to use the Combi Crisp, you just put some water or something in this pan, but I figured if we're going to be putting some liquid in this pan, we might as well go ahead and cook some green beans down in there too. We've got the crisper tray because we're going to put that on top of the green beans, and you just want to make sure that there's enough room in there that you can fit your crisper tray down in the Combi cook pan and put something else on top. And that something else we're going to use is a load of russet potatoes, generously seasoned. This is about 3 russet potatoes, generously seasoned with salt, pepper, and smoked paprika, and then drizzled with about a tablespoon of oil. That's getting heavy. We want that to sit in one layer. The skin is still on those potatoes. And I chopped the potatoes just while our onions were sauteing. We've got the Combi pan in level 1 of the Ninja Combi. And inside the Combi pan, we have green beans on the bottom. And those green beans have some butter and chicken broth in there. The chicken broth is going to create our steam. We've got our potatoes on the top of the crisper rack. So green beans, crisper rack, and then our seasoned potatoes. And that's on level 1. Now on level 2, we're going to slide this chicken. These are the chicken thighs that we marinated for a few hours. Slide that into level 2. It has been seasoned, marinated, and coated with oil. We'll close that up and turn the power on. Now we're going to switch this from air fry to Combi cooker. And it's already on Combi meals, but if we needed to change it, we would change it with these arrows. But it's on Combi meals. We'll leave the temperature at 390 degrees Fahrenheit. You can adjust the temperature there. And we'll set the time for 15 minutes. Start. It will preheat and it will steam first, and then it will begin to crisp and get our chicken nice and brown. Our Ninja Combi is cooking away, and I did have a few requests from viewers to show how much steam escaped from the top. So I stood my cutting board up behind there to show it a little better. Hopefully you can see how much steam is escaping from the Ninja Combi during cooking. Let's open that up. Ooh. Lots of juices in that pan. Our chicken looks lovely and brown. Oop. There you go. Got one of those potatoes out. Oops. Let's see if it's tender. Oop. Yeah, it's tender. It's tender, but the potatoes did not get brown because they're steaming underneath that pan. So I'm going to put this Ninja Combi, set it to the air fry mode, and then I'm going to, let's put it on broil. Hopefully it'll be able to reach there. Let's do broil That's 450. Let's do 5 minutes and we'll keep an eye on it. And see if that gets our potatoes crispy and brown. All right, let's take a look. Now I moved the rack from level 1 to level 2, get closer to the heating element. Wait, can you hear that? Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Our green beans are underneath. Our potatoes are on top. Oop, that's hot. Let me put this down and we'll see what everything looks like. Our chicken is nicely done, and we could have fit maybe 1 or even 2 more pieces of chicken on that pan. Our greens are cooked down grandma style, so they're tender, cooked in that broth and onions. If you want them crisper, then this maybe is not the recipe for you. And then our potatoes, tender on the inside, crispy on the outside. I think I needed to toss them around a little bit to get crispy on both sides. And now let's move on to our apple upside down cake. And now it's time to make dessert. We're going to make a delicious apple upside down cake. It's going to be sort of like a sticky toffee pudding, but not quite as dense of a frosting. We'll start with the topping layer, which will rub some soft butter around the bottom of the pan, swirl in some sorghum that I got from Bourbon Barrel Foods, and slice 1 apple and lay that around in a little pretty pattern. Then we'll move on to the actual apple upside down cake batter. And this could not be easier. We're going to take another apple and just grate it. Leave the skin on if you want. Once you grate it up, it's such small pieces you can't even tell. Then we're going to mix in the rest of our ingredients. And we're adding self-rising flour and vanilla Greek yogurt, and then we're going to add apple butter, cayenne apple butter, which is my favorite. It's from a small family-owned company here in Georgia. I'll put a link to it in the description box. You can buy it on Amazon or on Walmart, I think, as well. And it has all the sugar and all this like seasonings, all the flavorings. It's so flavorful that you don't even have to add anything else. And the vanilla Greek yogurt has some sugar in it and vanilla. So this is it. We're going to just mix this all together. And that is our cake batter. The self-rising flour has all our leavening in it, and it reacts with the Greek yogurt. My goodness, it's that simple. We've got our pan prepared with the butter, the sorghum syrup, and the apple slices, and we will pour our batter over. And this is a nice dense cake, and we're going to steam it in the Ninja Combi, and it's going to be so moist. We'll put some, this was a cup of water in the bottom of our Ninja Combi pan, put the crisper tray on top, and then our cake pan on top of that, and that is an 8-inch cake pan. We'll place this in the Ninja Combi, and we'll switch it to Combi Bake, that lever up there. We'll go to Combi Bake, set our temperature down to 325 degrees for 20 minutes, and remember, it's going to steam before it starts that 20-minute timer to bake. So it does get very steamy, and you can see the steam escaping from the top. So it's going to steam for about 15 minutes or so and bake. And now that it is finished baking, we'll pull our beautiful pan out. We'll check. And we don't want the pick to come out clean. It should be almost like when you're checking a brownie. It should have a little bit of batter clinging to it, but not a lot. And this is the moment of truth for any baker when it's time to flip your upside down cake. Did anything stick? We don't know. You want to let this cool for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you try to flip it. Let it cool a little bit just so you don't burn yourself with that scalding hot syrup. My goodness, look at that. Ooh, I am so happy with the way this apple upside down cake came out. It's almost kind of like, a flan when you turn it upside down and that caramel comes and drips down. It's so good. I am super, super happy with the way that this came out. Now it's time to cut a piece. This cake is dense. It's full of appley goodness, so much flavor. You really need to try this one. Here are the dimensions for the Ninja Combi oven. 14 3/4 inches wide. The height comes in at just about 13.5 inches, and it is 14.5 inches deep. Let's open it up. Take a look at the inside. This opening of the oven is just about 12.25 inches wide, about 5 and 7/8 inches high, 12 inches, about 12 inches deep. Well, what did you think about that, sweeties? I have more requests to show the Ninja Combi oven's other functions. We'll do slow cook next. We'll do some slow cooked beef. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that one. So please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up. Check out the merch. Click that notification bell. And y'all have a delicious day.